Hello everyone, this is Karen and thank you for joining me for this speed paint on this collaboration / challenge that I made with MalamikArt. She's a wonderful artist and I've linked her YouTube channel in the description down below, and I will link her part of the challenge as well when we do get both videos up. So we were talking about Inktober and our experiences with it, and she told me that she found it a little bit difficult because there was no color involved, whereas I'm finding it a bit difficult to color my Inktober drawings because I liked the line art process a little bit too much. And so we kind of challenged each other to do a work with the same basics and see what we would come up with. So she chose the color palette, whereas I chose the pen and the subject. So the palette she made us work with is a limited 3-color palette that has in its sap green, yellow ochre and violet, whereas my pen of choice was a liner in 03 size, and the prompt was bus transport whales. So something a little bit open, a little bit vague. We could both express ourselves in the way we thought best. Okay, so while you're watching me trying to swatch the colors and try to understand how to work with this palette, I will go on and tell you a little bit about this experience while having the finished drawing in front of me. So I'm looking at the final piece while you will be there in a couple of minutes. So the problem I kind of found with this palette is that the mixes did not satisfy me, kind of, because they either are too green oriented, like lemon green oriented, or they're too muted. So they're very dark, or they're not vibrant at all, which is something I really like in my watercolors. I really like popping colors. Can you say that? Popping colors? I don't know, but so I had these 3 colors to work with, and so I had to make the colors match with what I had in mind, because I don't know, if I had an underwater drawing in mind, I would not be able to do it, because I have a mental block where if I do not have blue, I cannot have an underwater scene. So I had violet, I had green, and I had yellows. So what I could choose was something either based on violet or based on green, because if you base something on yellow and then you have darker colors, it's going to become a mess. So I wanted to avoid messes. I'm not sure I did, but I decided on a night / darker scene, so I could use the violet as a base, the green mixed with violet to create a neutral, sort of neutral black for the darker parts, and then use the yellow ochre for the lights, the lighter parts. Sorry about that. And so the first part was putting down the yellow and then going from the lighter shades to the darker shades. The only thing that made me a little bit angry about my coloring is that I do like how I colored the top part and the bottom part, but together they do not mix well, and I do not understand why. So it's something that I will have to explore further, but if you have any idea why I do not like those 2 parts together, then please illuminate me, because it's a bit strange, because I do like the effect, the blooming effects I got on the top part, but the bottom part looks a little bit too flat for in comparison to the effects that I got on top. So maybe that's it. It's the difference between the effects. Still, we're nearing the finishing part of the drawing, so you're getting closer to what I see. I really did like this experience because it forced me to work with a palette I did not expect, I did not like, and it's something that sometimes happens, that you only have those colors to work with, and you have a scene that has nothing in common with those colors. I don't know, maybe you are out, you want to draw a beautiful green forest, and yet you have only like a little bit of blue and a little bit of red, and so you have the wrong colors for your subject, but you still want to draw, and so you will draw. So this is kind of what happened here. I had a palette and I made it work. The only thing that I feel I could have done better is the technique and trying to get more depth with the color I had, and you know, stop and think a little bit about what I wanted to do next, instead of just laying layer after layer of color, which is what I basically did on the bottom part. Okay, so this was the challenge. I am really excited to see Mal's take on this, and thank you as always for being with me. Until next time, bye.